Warning: this video contains spoilers from the Real World Road Rules Challenge Fresh Meat 2. If you have not seen the episode yet, do not watch this video. Okay, I lied about last week's episode. This week's episode is my new favorite. I'm going to be doing this week's video a little bit differently and see how I like it. I'm pretty much just going to be commenting on the show. I'm not going to really tell you that much of what happened this week. And this week's episode was called Trimming the Fat, and to be quite honest, I really hate when people use that line on these shows. I mean, really, how can you figure out you can figure out who the weakest is, but how can you determine who the weakest is by one little challenge? And there are no weak competitors on the challenge anymore. They've all been gone, and I just don't understand why they called this episode Trimming the Fat. I am actually really glad that Wes and Ev are starting to feel a little bit more paranoid and a little less relaxed in this challenge, seeing as how they're the only two on their side left. I think that's how it should be the entire challenge. I don't think you should play the game paranoid, but you do need to have a sense of being on the edge and being to the point where you know you're not going to win every challenge. Kenny and Laurel are dominating this challenge, and I think they're going to win. Does Wes and Ev need to up their game? Heck yes. They need to do everything in their power to try and win, and they didn't do that. I don't understand how everybody is hating on Laurel. Yeah, she's by herself. It's not because she's cocky, it's because she's playing a game and everybody else there is pretty much acting like they're just going for friendship. And you want to know why Kenny and Laurel are winning these challenges? Because they're actually there for the game and not for other people. So yeah, if you want to call that cocky, you can call that cocky, but she's doing what she has to do to keep her mind in the game so she can win it. This week's challenge that they had to do looked like the most fun thing ever. It was a 200-foot water slide, pretty much. They each had to launch themselves off this ramp and into the lake and swim to a little answer key for a puzzle, which looked like Tetris, and I absolutely love Tetris, so this would have been my challenge to beat. They swam to the shore to solve the puzzle. They could go and swim back and forth to the answer key as much as they wanted to, but this was a timed event, so they wanted to do it as quickly as possible. Well, Landon and Carly won this one with 14:02, which is a pretty good time considering all the swimming that you had to do and the memorizing. So you had to do 3 things at once, pretty much. Back at the house, Wes and Ev are still trying to convince everybody to vote their way, and I find that pretty hilarious because they know they've lost this fight, but they keep trying to, and they keep digging themselves a deeper hole each time. Landon and Carly voted in Wes and Mandy, and then the rest of the group voted in Ev and Luke. And Ev was giving Ryan and Jen these evil eyes, like they were just piercing their soul, like, if you don't vote for me, I'll curse you kind of look. That was hilarious. At the Exile, Ev and Luke won, and I'm really excited about that because I did not want that Mandy girl to win at all. I didn't even want her to see the final challenge. But I do respect her a little bit because she was giving Wes the same treatment that she gave Casey in the very first Fresh Meat Challenge. So I kind of find it poetic justice that Wes is finally getting yelled out by a girl to keep going and run and trying, and I thought it was great. It was hilarious. I'm really interested to see how the next few episodes are going to go, considering you've got Ev and Landon, and then you've got the 4 people in Kenny's alliance. So you do know that one of the Kenny's alliance is going to be going into exile, and it's going to be really interesting to see who they throw under the bus first. We'll see. I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you guys are doing awesome. So I'll see you later.